What's up, my friends? How are you? Welcome back. Today we are in yet another of my beloved icon Thriftmaster. This particular example is built in the old school style. It is number 30, and for once it is not silver or gray. Thought the client might be a wee bit nuts with this concept, but I love it. Tons of personality, super unique. So let's take it out on a drive and I'll explain some more details. So it's an old school, which means, it's more old school. It's more retro. It doesn't have as much of it has all of the same technology and chassis and electrical engineering, but then we just style everything more subtle, closer to the factory design. So you'll notice the dash maintains that center body color and chrome center grille. Now, originally that would have housed the cardboard, literally, AM optional speaker for the radio. This truck never had the radio. In fact, that's a very rare option on them, but either way they would have it, there'd just be no speaker behind it. So we like to repurpose those, and we 3D print inserts that direct the airflow to the cabin for the heater and air conditioner. There's two more AC vents complementing those center vents, and those are just somewhat cleverly hidden at the very bottom outboard edge of the dash on the driver and passenger side. Old school gauges, the design and color is quite reminiscent of the factory gauges, but of course those ran capillary tubes and a speedo cable that jumped around and crap lighting and on and on and on. So we designed these with our friends at Dakota Digital so that you can take advantage of the LED backlight and everything being computer controlled and precise. And then of course it has all sorts of indications from check engine to parking brake, high beams, turn signals, yada, yada, yada. The steering column is made by our friends at I Did It. It is a GM-based design. It's got that tilt pivot for best ergonomic options. And then in the engine bay, it goes to a collapsible shaft with Borgenson joints for enhanced safety. Of course, it's rack and pinion steering, so none of the old worm gear. Man, have you ever driven one of these stock? They are a handful. The gas pedal don't work, the brake pedal hardly works. You get about 10 inches of input to the steering wheel before anything works. So this is a whole new experience, I assure you. This four-wheel independent suspension chassis made for us by our dear friends at Art Morrison Enterprises is absolutely world class. It's really more of a sports car than a pickup in its handling and capabilities, but it can also still handle a load. In the rear, it is a strange Dana 60 nodular third member in the center. You have a tunable sway bar. You've got about 3 degrees of rear steer if you're really, really getting gnarly with it. The front is the GT Sport independent suspension, and that also has a tunable sway bar. Engine, of course, is our beloved General Motors E-Rod. It's the LS3 6.2, which pretty soon General Motors is discontinuing. So probably going to transition to the LT series. We just haven't quite made that final decision, and we still have a couple more of our beloved LSs. So aluminum block fuel injection, plenty of power, plenty of torque. General Motors automatic transmission with overdrive. And that pretty much summarizes the mechanical getup. Audio system on this truck is our completely hidden system. So you notice the A knob on the dash, and that also has a small thumb wheel at the back side of it near the dash. The thumb wheel part controls your bass volume, and the principal A knob is rotated to control your volume. Otherwise, it is dedicated to your phone. It's Bluetooth connected, goes through a digital sound processor. Of course, you're running amp and bass. The bass is hiding behind the front seat assembly, right behind the center console, which, by the way, folds up and down. Front speakers are in custom pods with separates up in the kick vent area. Cup holders left and right. We love these. They're expensive, but they're worth it. We use them on all of our builds. You can simply yank them up and the basketball hoop is accessible to put your drink in, or clip them back down and they're completely out of the way. We have power windows, we have power door locks. Of course, the power windows can be controlled solely from the driver's side by simply tapping twice down or twice up. You can control all windows without having to reach all the way over to the passenger's side. Headliner on this truck is Alcantara. It is a nice, deep, dark chocolate brown. We thought that paired really nice with the Hargarten square weave wool rugs. We hemmed the rugs in a beautiful leather. That same leather is utilized on the seats and on the door panels. It being an old school, it has somewhat of a tuck and roll horseshoe shaped design, whereas the new school runs an alternate pattern that's basically embossed and runs laterally across the vehicle from left to right. All of the dash knobs are made by Icon. They're not available anywhere else. Same with the armrests and the door hardware and the seat hardware. Keeps it classic, but it's sort of elevated in a subtle manner because it's all honest metal materials, no plastics. The wheels, no choice, folks. If you're getting an old school Icon, you're getting old school wheels. They are forged aluminum. They are 18-inch diameter. Because of the copious performance this vehicle is capable of, we are running Michelin ZR-rated Pilot Sports. Specifically, we run 275/45 ZR18s in the front, and in the rear, we are running the 275/45 18s. Bed wood on this one is white oak. It's very classic and clean. We did make one deviation from the usual old school package, and we installed the new school taillights because they're just so darn nifty. They're gorgeous. They're a sculpture and higher visibility than the original. We also ran the reverse lights in the end of the bed rails. And of course, tailgate, that's our usual tailgate. So that has polished stainless steel arms to get rid of the chains that came from the factory, and then a center drop handle so it's really nice, and then bear claws to secure it with no rattles. Stainless steel rails in the bed, and we ran our somewhat popular to the extent that they might just become standard equipment, our CNC'd cargo anchor tie downs, and those are removable. You simply lift that pin and lift them out, but I don't think you're ever going to wanna. But they do pivot 360 degrees because of the removable pin. Of course, the electrical system is aerospace grade, way beyond and above what would kind of sort of work and is considered good enough by the rest of the industry. That runs all the best fuse panels and Bosch relays and Deutsch-Tech connectors, Packard triple seal connectors, all soldered and robotically crimped. On the badging, being an old school, we run the Icon Thriftmaster side badges, but we run the stock front Chevrolet badge and the stock style hubcaps. Problem is, factory color on those is red on the infill, and I didn't want to get the Santa Claus comments, so we took all that off, repolished the chrome, and then hand painted the infill in the matching green color, which I think works out really nice. So that's all I got. Hope you guys enjoyed this truck. I think it's kind of fun. It's got a neat personality. Hope you had a wonderful holiday. Hope you enjoy the new year as well. And we really appreciate your support, even if it's just watching these videos, liking them and sharing them. Follow us on Instagram. Reach out with any questions. Y'all be well.